Hello friends, this is Brina. I'm back with you to bring you another plant-based recipe. Tonight I'm going to be making pad thai, and I'm going to be making two versions, one of which can be keto and vegan, obviously, and the other of which I'm going to use a more traditional rice noodle. But all the other ingredients are going to be, for the most part, pretty keto friendly. So the ingredients I'm going to be using are green onions, a couple rainbow carrots, some zucchini just to add a little bit more veggies in there, some mung bean sprouts, a couple limes for that tartness, and then these are the two variations of noodles I'm going to be using, shirataki noodles, which are a great noodle that anybody who is experimenting with doing a keto or low carb diet should be familiar with. They're made of yam fiber. They're actually from Japan, and they're sold refrigerated next to the tofu, usually packaged in liquid. And they need to be rinsed first. So the shirataki noodles don't hold sauce the same way that regular rice noodles do, because it's not a rice noodle. They're better in soups. So just a heads up, if you want a more traditional pad thai and you're not concerned about the carbs, I would use any kind of rice noodle. I am using these chia red rice noodles that I actually found. I'm sure you can find them out here. I got them in Thailand. And then I'm also going to use for the sauce some tamarind paste, tomato paste, some coconut aminos, which do have a little bit of naturally occurring sweetness in them, some sugar, a little bit, and then the liquid aminos, Bragg's. You can also use soy sauce. I like the flavor of this because it's a little bit more like fish sauce, and then I'm going to use a little bit of crumpled up nori to give it that fishy taste since I'm not using fish sauce. And then I'm going to be using allulose as a sweetener instead of sugar. It is a 0-calorie, low glycemic, naturally derived sugar substitute. You could also use monk fruit or erythritol. And then I'm going to be scrambling up a little bit of tofu with some turmeric and a veggie chicken bouillon. And then I'm going to throw in some of this Quorn vegan chicken cutlets. They do have some gluten. If you're trying to avoid gluten, you could use Boca or another brand, or you could skip it altogether, but they are soy-free. And then I might use a little bit of cashew butter. I'm going to play it by ear, taste it, see how it goes. Cooking in some coconut oil. And then I'm going to top it with these kind of fancy Thai lime chili cashews because they have the kaffir lime leaf on top. People often use peanuts. I'm just using cashews today. So we'll get to the time lapse, and I hope you enjoy.
If you're using rice noodles, follow the instructions to boil the noodles. Heat oil in 2 pans, one to cook the veggies and a smaller one for the veggie protein. Then chop the veggies. Here I'm using a spiralizer to make it look fancy, but if you don't have one, just chop them into small pieces. Cook the veggies and protein on medium-high heat in a hot oiled pan. Wait to add the bean sprouts and green onion to the other veggies until the end so they don't get mushy. The veggies should only take a few minutes to cook, so be careful not to overcook them. Meanwhile, mix all the sauce ingredients together in a bowl or blender. If using shirataki noodles, strain and rinse them. In a large pot, heat the sauce and toss in the noodles, veggies, and tofu or veggie chicken. Here I garnish it with cilantro and kaffir lime cashews, but peanuts and green onion with a lime wedge is more traditional.
So now that we have prepped all of our veggies, sauteed everything, cooked everything, mixed it all together, I chopped up those cashews, or of course you could use peanuts, which is a little bit more traditional. And I'm just gonna serve it. I went for the rice noodle style because I really wanted to try these red rice noodles. Pretty much just use the chopped nuts to garnish the top. And you could serve it with some sriracha if you want. There's a little sugar in that, so it's not super keto, but any kind of hot sauce. And a little lime wedge on the side. If you want to add cilantro, you can. And there we have it. A very unique vegan or vegan and keto pad thai.